Hi, my name's Anthony Cummins and welcome to this. This is ninjutsu used in World War II. Now the question has been, was ninjutsu used in World War II? And of course, reading Fujita Seiko. Yep, I love this book, absolutely, it's very good. I think it's really well done. In here, Fujita Seiko claims he taught in the Nakano School of War, which is fine, yeah, no problem. Now, to let you all know, Fujita Seiko was a massive collector of ninja scrolls. He had a superb collection, and he did lots of work on ninjutsu. And at the time in World War II, he was pretty much the top author on ninjutsu and the top authority on ninjutsu, in my opinion. Now we've done some more research. It turns out his ideas were not so great, or he got some things wrong, or it just generally not to put. I'm not gonna badmouth Fujita Seiko because he did a good thing. He collected it all together and he put it all together. But I would not recommend going through his work and considering it solid, because it's not. However, at the time he was totally thought of as the #1 in ninjutsu. So the question is, did he actually teach at the Nakano School of War? So who can we ask whether he actually went to this school or not? Because we don't know, because the records have all been burnt. So I spoke to this gentleman, Mr. Onoda. There, he's the guy who went to the Philippines. I think it was the Philippines for 30 years after the war. He'd been in the war and he still stayed there. And he came out in 1974 and he was fighting the war. And he was a student of the Nakano School of War. So I emailed him. Or wrote him a letter when I was in Japan, and I got a postcard. Here's the postcard. Now the postcard says it's really ambiguous. It's like, we did use ninjutsu, but we didn't use ninjutsu, and it's like there was something on ninjutsu, but it wasn't a whole curriculum, and things like that. And at first I thought, oh, he's just sort of like trying to not tell me without telling me type thing. So I was a bit confused. So I've done the new book, In Search of the Ninja, and in it I make a statement where I say, he says they did do ninjutsu, but we don't know how much and whether it was full curriculum. And I say that Fujita Seiko's claim that he was in the Nakano School of War, we still no proof for it. So I said, at the best, we just know that's his claim. We know they sort of taught ninjutsu. However, some new information has come out, which is just after my publishing date. So I'm trying to make an update here already before the book's out, because it came out about 2 days ago. A Japanese newspaper has just released the information that a university has found a document that talks about the Nakano School of War, and it talks about the curriculum inside the school. So, what does it say? Well, here's the picture. Right, that's the report, and this is like I'm going to say school report of like which curriculums do which study you do. Now, what it says here is it actually says ninjutsu, right? You can see it says ninjutsu. However, it says they're only meant to do something like 1.5 hours study on ninjutsu. Now, in his book, he says, by the way, get this book, it's superb. He says that they're meant to be there for 2 years, but it turns out then the course got changed to 1 year because the war was losing. It got changed to 6 months, then it got changed to 3 months. So this was in 1944 he was there. This report I think is from 39. We're still going through the information now. So, but what does it say and how long does it say they do ninjutsu? Well, it turns out that they did ninjutsu for only a few hours, and it was just an overview. It's like 1 lesson or 2 lessons. But underneath it, it says how many hours they actually studied. So at the top it says how many they were meant to study, and underneath it says how many they actually studied. And it turns out they studied 8 hours of ninjutsu in the entire course. So my point is that if it was the early part of the war and they did a full 2-year course, or they did a full 1-year course, then 8 hours is the maximum of ninjutsu. So what could you be taught in 8 hours? So all we can presume is that it was an overview. However, look at the teacher's name. So, teacher's name is Fujita Seiko. So superb. That is absolute proof that Fujita Seiko is actually the teacher on ninjutsu. So for those who are getting the new book up and coming, please, when you read that paragraph, I said we need to find proof to find out if Fujita Seiko is there. We have now found it. So on the next edition, I'll put an update on that in. But generally, yeah, everything's fine, everything's correct. We can just now add more information to what I found. So that's great. The only thing missing is we don't know what they taught, because Fujita Seiko, according to I think it was this book or the Black Belt magazine 68, what I read, it says Fujita Seiko used to do demonstrations of breathing and sticking pins in him and walking on glass, and there was dispute as whether that was ninjutsu. So I don't know in the school whether he taught correct ninjutsu or whether he taught that type of thing. I don't know. That's the one thing we still don't have. So to round up, yes, they taught ninjutsu in the Nakano School of War. Yes, Fujita Seiko did teach it. The only thing we don't know is what exactly was taught. However, you cannot really say ninjutsu was taught in World War II as a full thing, because 8 hours in a 3 to 6 month course is probably just a couple of lectures about the Bansen Shukai, to be honest, or about the principles of ninjutsu. So that's it. So I hope you enjoy that. If you want the full rundown on what I've done, please see the new book, and here's the cover for it there, In Search of the Ninja. Apart from that, there's free information on the website. Go along. I hope you enjoy. Okay, thank you very much.